pretty much AMD, like I just explained before, they create the processing chips, they create the graphics processing chips for your CPUs, for your phones, for the game consoles and things like that. So they do both worlds, graphics processing and CPU processing. So they do both worlds. And why this is important right now, because there's late breaking news, like I previously said in a previous video, late December, early January, that AMD shot up in the market, or shot up in price, right, on the stock market. So usually, this is my perspective. Forewarn, I'm not a professional. This is all let's say this is all take this advice with heed. There's no guarantee in anything that I'm saying. I'm just giving you the story, my perspective, and you trade how you feel you're comfortable with. This is not something that I'm giving advice guaranteeing anything. So with that being said, let's continue. So AMD, I made a video before earlier this year. AMD has shot up in price. Boom. And usually, from my perspective, when a company shoots up in price really quick, they have what they call a pullback, where it pulls back and it kind of finds its level. Let's say. So let's say if you want to visualize this, let's say you're jumping up to a next level where you're trying to plateau. Well, usually a stock jumps up past where it's going to plateau. So it'll jump up past where it's going to plateau, then fall back down, and then find where it's comfortable. So with that being said, AMD jumped up in price. Intel was down in price. And I was like, well, it looks like Intel has reached its bottom, because it's dipped down and it's kind of leveled out at its bottom. So it's found its bottom. This is a good time to get into Intel. You didn't have to get out of AMD, but this would have been a good time to, like, probably just move your money from AMD if you're doing this play. Move your money from AMD, some of your money from AMD to Intel. And then while Intel is low and it starts to rise, then you collect profits and then move it back to AMD, because AMD is going to come back down, Intel is going to go up, so on and so forth. So if you did take heed to that information and ran that play, this morning, what this video is even about, this morning, Intel announced that it's assigned a new CEO from VMware. VMware also, similar to Nvidia, VMware also does, or the CEO of VMware is now the CEO of Intel, but they also did like video processing like that. So with that being said, I don't know much about VMware. I've used it. I know they have like monitors and stuff like that. So I don't know how he would help the company, but I'm sure it's a play to try to get that duality that AMD has, right? So with that being said, Intel's stock shoots up this morning. I'm talking about, well, let's pull it on the screen real quick. Let's pull it on the screen. Boom. We're putting it on the screen. So this is AMD right now. We're not going to get an AMD right now. We're going to go back to AMD. But this morning, oh no, I just logged out of it. Shoot. This morning, real quick, hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Technical difficulty. I accidentally logged out of it because it keeps asking me my freaking name. They're like, you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna make this information too available too soon. Yeah, you tripping, boy. But it's all right. All right, so we back. It keep giving me that error. It's tripping. So Intel this morning, right? This happened this morning. So it jumped from $52 all the way up to its high at right under $61, right? That's almost a 9%, more than 9%. That's a crazy increase of 18% increase, right? And it stopped. It's currently at 57.79. So it kind of jumped up, then kind of is leveling out, trying to find itself. Why did it jump up? Like I said before, Intel announced its new CEO. So you're getting a lot of investors seeing this as an opportunity to get in because they're optimistic about the future of Intel, right? So, and then you have other investors that are just getting in on the news, like, okay, we know people are going to get in just because of the news, so we're going to make a quick dollar off of them when they hop in, right? Boom. You don't want to be a part of those people that are kind of just ride the wave. You want to be at the beginning of the wave before it starts and then shoot up, right? So you want to play the play before the play happens. Be proactive. So as we know, like I said before, AMD and Intel are yin and yang. So this shoots up this morning. Intel shoots up this morning because of the new news. Guess who drops? Guess who drops in price this morning? AMD goes down in price. It goes from just this morning it went from $95 to $90.57, but now it's like straggling around $92.26. With that being said, but its high was at a couple of days ago was at $99.23 to be exact, but its high was at $99. While I'm making this live video, get AMD while it's down. This is the perfect entry point to get AMD. If you didn't get it before, it's the time to get it now, because now you're looking at a potential, emphasis on potential, a potential profit from 92 to 99. Very potential. I don't want to even give it a percentage, because I'm not a professional, but if I were given a percentage, it's more than likely going to go back to 99 at some point in time. So if you take your money and invest at 92 in hopes to get to 99, and when it hits 99, you made 8% on your money. That's more than it's going to be sitting in your account. It's more than it's going to be anywhere else, unless you're into real estate or something like that. But this is a quick play off the news. So this news just broke. People are reactive to the news, reacting to the news when in that reaction, people are coming out of AMD, moving their money into Intel. But now it's the time to move your money back. So if you listen to the play I told you before earlier this year, like, oh, take your money out or put some into Intel. Now it's time to at least put if you're not going to take profit now, I would suggest let me go back to Intel. I would suggest putting a stop. So put a stop right behind it. Let it keep riding up, but put a stop, put maybe $1 behind it, and let that ride. Let it ride, and then see where it stops. Leave some in there though, because you made profit off of it. So leave some in there, but then take your money back now to AMD, because AMD is going to rebound, and it's going to rebound more than likely higher than it was before. Because if you look at the long term, let's reset the view. But if you look at the long term, AMD is growing. So over time, it's going to rebound back up above where it was. Just like here, it dipped, it kind of rebound back up. Right here, it dipped, it rebound back up. This was a huge dip. When was this? That was August. A huge dip down. It took a little time to rebound back up, but eventually rebound back up. And that was after this huge, why this doesn't bother me, because that was actually after this huge jump. So just like I said before, it's trying to find its level now. This was a huge jump here. Now it's trying to find its level, where it's gonna level at. And it took these, for that jump to be that big, almost double. from $50 to, you know, $88, $89. That's almost double its, you know, its value. That's a huge jump. So it's trying to level out here. And again, it's doing the same thing. It's leveling out, but it's growing at the same time. It's gonna do the same exact thing. But if you play it like, let's say you want to follow how I play it, I usually, you know, put a stop order in right here or something. Like, you have to pay attention to these levels, like where it's, you know, stopping and going, or the ceilings, floors and the ceilings. But pay attention to these levels and put a stop here. So a stop being, it'll say, if it goes past this point, I'm gonna put an entry point. So I'm gonna say buy when it hits this point. So that's telling me it's gonna continue to go up. If it keeps going down, it's not gonna buy, but I'm gonna pay attention. So if it continues to go down, I'm gonna just take that and move it down, 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 down to follow it until it shoots back up. And then it ends up being one of these. So let's say if I did it right here, I put a stop right here, and at the end of the day saw it was down here. So I'm gonna move my stop down here, right? And then that's the nighttime. But if I move my stop right here in the morning time, boom, I collect. This profit is all profit from here. You can set that up just like that. I know y'all can't see it on my live. You know, tune in to youtube.com or digitalrim.com. You can see it. But with that being said, that's the play. Like, it's happening right now. They just announced a new CEO, and I'm pretty sure Intel just announced a new CEO, and I'm pretty sure it's in response to the fact that they don't have what I consider duality, being able to do graphics processing and CPU processing. And on top of that, why they're even down right now, because they dropped the ball when it was time to show their when they were time to show their bread and butter with the CPU processing. So, you know, AMD came in full effect, like with a monster chip, monster processing unit that shows it, like, hey, how people are getting in on this Bitcoin and all this stuff. Outside of that Bitcoin, all this stuff relies on servers and processing and all this stuff. So this is the engine under the hood. Like, Bitcoin is the paint and all the stuff on top, but this is the engine that makes it run. These are the things that help it run. So if you're into that world, then you might want to look into this world as well, because, you know, there is no anything without processing, without CPUs. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me just hop out of this screen and wrap it up the right way. I almost forget that I'm on both screens right now, but I'm just gonna leave that there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this was helpful to you. I know some people just like to take information, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Some people like to take action, and if you took action back in December, like I said, this is time to collect profits. Go ahead and move them back into AMD so you can continue to grow again. You know, double up. So, because I'm not a stock reader or anything like that. Again, this is all my perspective. So do what you do, take your own risk at your own risk, whatever. But double up. I see Intel probably, you know, leveling out, trying to find a level, because that was a huge jump this morning. So it's gonna try to find a level somewhere. I don't know where that's gonna be. But if I were you right now, I wouldn't want to ride that roller coaster. So go ahead and just take your money out, boom, put it back in AMD. AMD has nowhere to go but up from here. So pretty much it's a good play. So that's just my personal opinion. Do what you want to do. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional at all. But I'm somebody who, you know, with Digital Rim works with computers, pays attention to the markets, pays attention to the technology, pays attention to how even the people in our industry are using these machines, and how these CPUs and processing chips affect you on a daily basis. Even how you're viewing me right now, you're running off a GPU more than likely. CPU, of course, running in the background, but these are things that we use on a daily basis that are not going away anytime soon. That's why I like stuff like this, because it's unless technology as a whole goes away, it's not going to go away. I don't want to throw any other companies under the bus, but there's companies out there that, you know, they're the popping thing at one point in time, but then when people kind of get tired of it, you know, their stock drops and people are kind of like, okay, I'm on to the next thing because it's not popping anymore. So, and that being a lot of social media apps, like, you know, once the people get off that app, then their stock drops. I don't like stocks like that. I like stocks that are very durable when it comes to progressing forward, and I know that are going to grow as time goes on. So with that being said, I'm gonna give one more tidbit about AMD, so to help you see the vision. I'm not selling them. They should pay me to even be doing this, but you know, if you are from AMD and you can, you know, consider me an affiliate, hey, holler at me. But with that being said, we have these smart cars now. We have these electric cars now that they're doing the autopilot mode and all of these different modes. And what do you think their technology relies on? Not necessarily AMD, but the processing chips, the graphics processing chips. And why, you might be asking, like, why graphics processing chips? Even if it doesn't have the monitor in the middle, why the graphics processor chips? If it has autopilot feature, that's graphics processing, because that camera constantly scans the road, which is graphic, but constantly scans the road for objects so it can keep you safe. So with these new technologies coming out, I mean, it's a slam dunk as far as investment. As far as time is going to take to, you know, receive your money back, that's where it's no guarantee. But over time, this is something that's very durable as long as we're utilizing technology. So I'm just going to leave that here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful to you. Again, trade at your own risk. I'm just here to share my perspective. I'm not a professional, but I know a little something. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take care, y'all. Oh yeah, check out digitalrealmconsulting.com, where we drop more videos like this. And check out our YouTube channel and subscribe to that. But outside of that, hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, y'all. Later. Peace.